What's up? Quick tobacco review for you today. Got JMs Kahlua. Picked this up from thehookahstore.com. Big thank you to Les from the Hookah Store for getting this out to me, tacking it onto my order last minute before it shipped out. This is my first flavor I've ever tried from JM's. This is my third time smoking it. The first two were kind of not so good for a couple reasons. My water was way too cold the first time. I was getting huge clouds, but not too much flavor just because of the frigid water. And the second time, I think I had it overpacked, had to touch in the foil a little bit. I'm not really sure. And that was not a very pleasant sensation. Scratchy throat. The flavor was there, but it was just kind of not digging it for me. It wasn't doing it for me. One thing I will say about JM's is that it is definitely a very nice cut. You can see it's kind of looking like it might be a little bit dyed, but you never know. It is a kind of reddish looking brown, so it could go either way. That could just be the way it looks from the syrups and stuff that they use to flavor it. It's ultra flaky. Um, you can kind of see here after I wipe my fingers on this that it's just got these little itty bitty chunks of tobacco. I think it's really similar to like an AF cut, but without all the stems, and I think that it's a better cut than an AF, but it's similar. It's the closest thing I can compare it to. Not quite Starbuzz, but sort of. Um, like I said, I have not found any stems in this, and I was really excited to try this flavor because it was Baja Kahlua back in a few months ago was a big deal on Hookah Pro. Everybody was trying Baja Kahlua, and this is actually made by the same people as Baja Kahlua, but Baja was made with their cigar tobacco because JM's actually has a pretty extensive line of cigars, and the Baja line was made with that tobacco as opposed to this, which is just your standard like hookah tobacco. Um, I've been smoking it now for probably around 15 or 20 minutes. Got my pretty normal setup. Got my Vortex Bowl KM 34-inch double pair KM leather hose. I have 3 Shisha Co. coconut coals up top, as recommended by Patel Bad Boy. I asked the Hookah Pro community how they're setting up their JMs, and he said that he put 3 cocos on top of a Vortex Bowl, and that it was getting big clouds and big flavors, so I figured I'd go with him instead of my normal 2 coals and a wind cover. It's doing pretty good right now. The clouds are pretty decently sized. I've had bigger out of this before. I don't know what the deal is. Um, Maybe it's just going to get bigger as the session goes on. I'm not entirely sure. Um, I will say that the flavor is a little bit more subdued than the smell. Because when you smell this, you get a whole lot of the coffee and chocolate, that Kahlua taste, but or that Kahlua aroma. But in the smoke, it's a lot more subdued. You're definitely getting some flavor in there though, and it's not a bad flavor at all. I just wish it was a little bit more in your face. Um, I definitely think that if you like a coffee flavor, that this would probably be a good one for you. Personally, as far as coffees and things go, I would recommend Hookah Hookah Irish Cream over this, but this is definitely better than a lot of the other coffee flavors I've had in the past. Um, it's certainly a nice flavor. Not, I'm not digging it on flavor whatsoever. It just needs to be a little bit stronger, in my opinion. As far as I can tell, JM's is a washed tobacco. I'm not really getting any buzz off this. Um, so if you like a buzz, like a strong buzz, maybe JM's isn't for you. But I definitely recommend trying it out because it is a good flavor. Um, I do just like I said earlier. I wish it was a little bit stronger. Um, as far as cloud size and trickability, this stuff is really solid. Um, just check out the rings. weak rings. The water's a little bit warm because it's just kind of been sitting in my hookah for about 18 hours, so that might be it. I don't know. Overall, I'm probably going to give this JMs Kahlua flavor around a 7 out of 10. I think that there's some room for improvement, but it is a solid tobacco. I would not hesitate to buy it if you're in the market for like a coffee flavor. Um, Certainly a hell of a lot better than Starbuzz Irish Cream. That stuff was not good at all. Um, so yeah, JM's Kahlua, 8 out of 10. Thank you to hookahpro.com for enabling my hookah obsession, and to the hookahstore.com for hooking me up with this JM's tobacco. And until next time, guys, I'm just gonna